Hello, friends. Miss Olson here, coming at you with your fictional writing project. Now, remember, we said that a fictional narrative, okay, that's what we're writing, tells a story that is imaginary. So it has made up things like talking animals, fire breathing dragons, superpowers, okay? So kind of try to focus your brainstorming and your planning on those things, okay? So we can write our story, okay? Our fictional narrative. Okay? So the first thing I want you to do is if you are in person, make sure that you put your name, first and last name, please. Okay, and you can go ahead and put the date on here. So the date today is 11/12/2020. Okay? So this is going to be the packet that you're going to work on. If you are virtual, there is a PDF that you can print out and write this down and resubmit it to me by scanning it or taking pictures. Or if you are virtual and you want to just do it on the Google slide is there for you as well. All right, so the first thing we are doing is brainstorming. Okay, so you did a little bit of brainstorming yesterday at the end of our book-a-day. Okay, or not our book-a-day. We had that Google form that you filled out, and you did a little bit of brainstorming there. I loved some of the things that I was seeing. I saw talking fish. I saw a zombie book idea. Any of those things that are imaginary, those are going to be perfect. Okay, so real quick, what I'm going to do on a blank piece of paper or on one of the back sides of my storybook planning packet, I'm going to just list some ideas that I have for a story. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to put brainstorming up here. Okay, brainstorming. And I want you to go ahead and do this too. Brainstorming the day that aliens landed at our school. That'd be a crazy story. Okay, the day the aliens landed at our school. Okay, maybe you want to create a superhero. Maybe you want to talk about what would happen in the year 3000. It's 2020 now, but what happened in the year 3000? Okay, maybe you want to write about, let's see, the parents and kids switched places. So the kids would have to go to work and the parents would have to go to school. Okay, maybe you could write a story about if brown bears could talk. Love it. Let's see. If you went to school on Mars. Or the moon. Okay, and then maybe I'll just put talking animal becomes friend. Becomes a friend. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to look at this list of ideas. Now, your brainstorm, your ideas do not have to be the same as mine, okay? But if you want to maybe take a couple examples and change them a little bit and use them as yours, that is fine with me. Okay, but I want you to write a list of some ideas. Okay, could be the same as that you listed yesterday. Okay, and you might even want to add more. Okay, but then I want you to just pick one of them that you are going to write your story about. Okay, so I am actually going to pick Talking Animal Becomes a Friend. Okay, that's going to be the story that I want to pick. Okay, so now comes the really important part. Okay, you are gonna do some research. Okay, you're gonna do some Googling, some figuring out exactly what you want to talk about. Okay, so maybe do some Googling to find out what animal that you want to have being in your story. Okay, if you write a story about hippopotamuses, okay, you might want to do some research on hippos, okay, to get some background information on that. Okay, let's say you write you want to write about the year 3000. Okay, maybe you do some Googling of futuristic worlds and see what they have there to get a good idea. Okay, maybe if you want to create a superhero, you maybe Google, okay, superhero or create a superhero and get some ideas as to what might come from that. Okay, because you want this story to flow well. You want it to make sense. Okay, it wouldn't make sense if there was a brown bear on the beach. Okay, brown bears don't live on the beach. Okay, so you'd want to know, oh, brown bears live in the forest or in Missouri or wherever. Okay, so once you pick your idea, do a little background brainstorm or background research. Okay, find out a little bit more about what you're picking. Okay, so once you have done that, you can also use this paper or another paper if you would like. Maybe I'm even going to flip over to the back of this paper. Okay, and I want you to just kind of make a web and start getting your thoughts put together. So if you're virtual and you don't have a packet like this, you can just do this on a piece of paper if you want, or even in your writer's notebook. But I just want you to kind of just come up with like a web. So I'm going to start. My idea was Talking Animal Becomes Friend. Okay, so I'm going to put a kid forms a friendship with a talking animal. Okay. Okay, and I know that I'm definitely going to want to make sure to include characters. So I need to find out who my characters are. I need to figure out where this story takes place. Okay, I need to come up with a problem and a solution. Okay, because those are what we need to include in our writing. Okay, so I'm going to start by just circling this here. Okay, and the first thing we need to talk about is characters. Okay, so I'm going to do some brainstorming. Okay, and I want to have a main character. She's going to be a girl. Okay, so I'm going to put girl, and then I'm going to make her name Lise. L-I-S, Lise. Okay, let's see. So Lise is actually going to live, I think I'm going to have her live in Mexico. I've already been doing some brainstorming of this, so I kind of have a good idea of what I want my story to be. Okay, Lise is going to live in Mexico. Okay, and we'll have her mother. Okay, her mom also lives in Mexico. Okay, so I'm going to add a little thing here. I'm going to say mom. And I'm going to make her mom's name Sophia. Sophia. Okay, and Sophia, the mom, is actually an explorer / scientist. And I spelled explorer wrong, but that's okay. T-I-S-T. Okay, so she's an explorer / scientist. Okay, so that's what she does as a job. Let's see. And we have an animal where I'm wanting to have an animal as well. And so the animal that is going to be the talking animal, okay, that forms a friendship with Lise, is actually going to be, now I did my research, a spider monkey. Okay? Now, I didn't just pick that animal out of nowhere. Okay? I did some research to see what animals live in Mexico. Okay? I knew that that's where my main characters were going to live. Okay, so I wanted to pick an animal that lives in Mexico. So a spider monkey is going to be my another main character. He talks. Okay, and you know what? His name is going to be Laszlo. Laszlo, the talking spider monkey. Okay. Now, spider monkeys are actually endangered. Now, if you don't know what endangered means, that means that they are in danger of being completely wiped off the planet. Okay, so there's not very many of them left on the world, on this earth. Okay, so a spider monkey, okay, spider monkeys are endangered. And a good way to remember that is, like I said, in danger. So the spider monkey is in danger, okay? So spider monkeys are endangered, and I'm going to make him super sassy. Because why not? Why not make my talking monkey super sassy? Okay, so I'm going to make him super sassy. Okay, I'm going to say up here that Lise is going to be very smart. Okay, kind, quiet. That's kind of what I envision her being. Okay. Kind and quiet. Okay, her mom is an explorer and scientist. And I'm going to put, okay, that her mom, so Sophia, is going on an expedition to, now I looked this up, the Lacandon jungle. I don't need to figure out how to pronounce that. Lacandon jungle, okay? Now, I did not just pull that jungle name out of anywhere, okay? I did research, and that is actually a jungle in Mexico where spider monkeys live, okay? So she's going on an expedition to Lacandon jungle, okay, to research spider monkeys. Okay, and to help. Okay? All right, so I can already tell that my story is making sense, okay? My characters all kind of fit together really well. Okay? So let's see. I'm going to also put down here for endangered, I'm going to say people are tearing up the forest, or the jungle, I'm sorry, the jungle for farmland and destroying homes and destroying animal, actually they're called habitats, which we will actually learn about habitats in the spring. Okay, so our poor spider monkey Laszlo, okay, he is endangered, and the reason he's endangered is because people are tearing up the jungle for farmland and destroying animal habitats. Okay, so now you need to come up with a problem and a solution. Okay, a problem and a solution. Okay, so the problem that I'm going to use, you know what? I'm actually going to flip-flop these two, okay? Because the problem that I'm going to use is literally that people are, in my book, people are tearing up the jungle, okay? Let's see here. So I'm going to put problem, okay, because this is the problem. I'm going to circle problem, and I'm going to connect these two, okay, because that is my problem. Okay, I'm going to say Laszlo's troop, which is, I did my research, a group of monkeys, okay, a group of spider monkeys. Laszlo's troop is separated, okay, when people are tearing up his home, okay, when people are tearing up his home, okay, so that's the problem, okay, now the solution, okay, I figured that Laszlo and Lise would bump into each other, okay, and Lise would somehow figure out that she could talk to Laszlo, our spider monkey, okay, so our solution is going to be that while Mom is researching, they search for Laszlo's troop, okay, and actually a group of people, okay, here of Lise, Laszlo, and Sophia a group of people here of Lise, Laszlo, and Sophia and protect the new part of, and protect the new home, protect a new home for the monkeys. Okay, and I will get into more detail about that as we continue brainstorming. Okay, so protect the new home for the monkeys. Okay. All right, so there's my solution. Yay, a happy ending. Okay, so I will go ahead. I'm going to flip back to the story plan. Okay, and now is going to be my time to just kind of list out kind of some of the stuff that we talked about here. Okay, I'm just going to list it out so I know for sure what exactly I want. Okay, so who are the main people or animals in your story? Okay, the first main person is going to be Lise. Okay, and her last name is going to be Gonzalez. Oh, I'm sorry. It's actually going to be Lise Gomez. That's what I had actually originally thought of. Lise Gomez, okay, she's 10 years old. Okay, she's 10 years old from, and I even got more specific than just Mexico. She's from Mérida, Mexico. Mérida, Mexico. Okay. That's where she's from. Okay, then we have two, Lisa's mom. Okay, her name is Sophia. Sophia. Okay, and she is an explorer / scientist. Okay. All right. And then specifically we have three, our friend Laszlo. Okay, Laszlo. Okay, talking spider monkey. From the Lacandan jungle. Lacandan jungle. Okay. So Laszlo's our talking spider monkey from the Lacandan jungle. Okay, so that is my characters. I listed my three main characters that I'm definitely going to have. Okay, and I listed a little bit about them. Okay, so now I'm going to move over to setting. Okay, setting is where your story takes place. Describe it. Okay, so it's mostly going to take place in the Lacandan jungle. Okay, and which is in the southern part of Mexico. Okay, and I am going to look up some pictures of this so-called jungle so that I can describe it a little bit. The Camden jungle. All right, so here are some pictures of it. Okay, super pretty. I see a lot of green, a lot of pretty water. Okay, it looks like there's some indigenous people there. Okay, I love it. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to say lots of green. Lots of green nature. Okay, beautiful beaches. Okay, lots of wildlife. All right, awesome. So I described kind of what it looks like. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about what the problem is in the story. Okay, so I said the problem was that someone started tearing up a part of the jungle. And I'm just going to go ahead and say that people started tearing up the part of the jungle that housed Laszlo and his troop. Okay. I'm going to say they destroyed Lise and Sophia's campsite and Laszlo was found hurt and alone. Okay, so there's my problem. That sounds like a major problem, y'all. Okay, and then my solution. How do your characters solve the problem? Okay, so I'm going to say Lise communicates with Laszlo and they become friends. Okay, they become friends. Okay, and let's see. They meet a group of indigenous, let's look up how to spell that, and D-I-G-E-N-O-U-S, indigenous people. Okay, they meet a group of indigenous people who have a safe animal reserve, and Laszlo is reunited with his troop. Yay! That makes my heart so happy. All right, friends, so this is my story plan, okay? I added my characters, my setting, my problem, my solution. I did plenty of brainstorming, okay? I came up with a bunch of ideas. I picked one, Okay, I kind of planned this out using a web, and then I also was able to fill out this character setting problem solution chart. Okay, so this is our first step to what we're doing for our fictional narrative writing project. Okay, tomorrow we are going to go ahead and come up with our story plan. Okay, so this says this is where you will plan what happened in each chapter. Okay, write a few ideas and draw a picture. So we will work on that tomorrow, and then after we finish that, next week we will get started on our rough draft. Okay, so do plenty of brainstorming, do some researching, because that is going to make your life so much easier as you are filling out your story plan. Okay, all right, thanks for watching and have fun, guys.